What's good then, YouTube? Hope we're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be bringing you my thoughts on the new patch on FC 24 that has dropped on Wednesday morning. Pitch notes came out on Tuesday. I've been playing a little bit today, kind of getting my initial reaction. The big main changes, obviously, was that the automatic AI press and automatic overload ball side theoretically isn't as prominent. They've also nerfed goalkeeper movement and nerfed finesse shots and nerfed power header as well. Power header was an interesting one that they nerfed. I crossed the board a lot. I used a lot of big players. I was quite fascinated to see them change that. I was like, out of all things, I didn't think that would be something that they would touch. But either way, they have. It's a very nice side, and Mbappe as well. So we're going to go play a game. We're going to talk to you about what I think has kind of happened and how the game is feeling so far. First of all, from my first few games today, the press and the automatic overload ball side is not as prominent. You actually can play the ball in the middle a little bit more now. That's kind of how I feel to start off with. I think you can actually kind of go there. With regards to power headers, I still think headers are pretty good. Unlucky there from Xerxes. I still think headers are pretty decent. I don't think it's as big of a change as I thought it might have been. I still think you can go for it. You obviously need like players with aerial and with can I get that insecure? No. Players with aerial and with power header, yes, still makes them very strong. The finesses still seem very good as well. I'll go for that Travella. Could probably go for that post here to Giroud, but Xerxes unfortunately not going to be able to get that one under control. So like even here, you know, I've not changed my tactics. We're still on the tactics that we released on the 4-3-2-1 a few days ago for you. So we're running 71 depth, direct passing, the left back on join the attack, the right back on stay back, because what I wanted to do was go, okay, well, I got blocked. This is what's been working for me, you know, over the last few weeks. They've changed obviously the ability with that 71 depth to be as prominent. Let's see how it still plays. I still think 71 depth is really good in the sense of you run that high line, but the press obviously just, yeah, isn't as great. And I'll be honest, it doesn't really affect me too much, or like high level players, let's say, because you can still manually press pretty well. It's going to be better for the lower level players because they're not going to feel as if they're like so congested. Got blocked again. They're not going to feel as if they're so congested because it just isn't as prominent. The big thing as well is that when the ball stays out on, like, say, this wing here, you'll notice that I get burnt. Hanson's so quick, you know. Just go for that little cut inside. Yeah, did he drive? Controlled sprint, probs. Good tackle. Well done, Bompasta. So you don't have as many players out on that one side, which is also going to make the game feel like you're not as congested on there. And also as well that maybe you don't need to switch the ball as much. I do think players like De Jong, you know, your top level like ball players in the middle are going to be even more prominent now because they're going to be so elite on the ball. You're going to want to find them. You're going to want to pick them out, get them to drive. And you can just, I don't know, I feel like you can just see straight away how much more time you kind of have on that ball. That initial press just simply isn't as much. They did also nerf the 5 and 3 at the back, which I thought was interesting because the 5 and 3 at the backs were banned in competitive play this year. You can't run them, you know, when you're playing in comp, like the pro players can't. So I actually don't think 5 backs are even that kind of like prominent, really. I'll go for that cross to the back post. Lorente's really hard to beat in the air. He's actually really good in there, but really good leap from Giroud, good drive as well. So they banned the 5 and the 3 backs, right? And the way they've nerfed the 5 and the 3 backs is basically what I said they should have done a long time ago, which is make it so the wing backs or the left mid, right mids just don't get back as quickly, you know, and that's what they've done. I think for people that, you know, do play them, have a go with it. I don't really play 5 back, 3 backs that much myself, but like, you know, I think they still have a place, especially, give Ray Pen for that, especially if you are trying to see out a game. You know, if you're 3-2 up in the 85th minute and you want to change to a 5 back, I still think that's going to be absolutely fine. You know, the attack is going to obviously feel not as good, but yeah, I still think that's very much something you can do. Now, with regards to the goalkeeper movement, I think when someone is really going for a finesse shot, because finesse shots so far from what I've been seeing are still very solid, you know, people are still scoring them, I would say with ease, you need to move the goalkeeper. Now, you are at a bit of a disadvantage because the goalkeeper movement doesn't go back as quick, which I think is good. I think there should be a bit of a punishment to when you move the goalkeeper. So you have to be a little bit more wary of it in one-on-ones from what I've kind of experienced so far because of how slow the kind of keepers get back. I'll go into there. Can we hold that up? A little slip. Oh, I was trying to wait for the Kevin De Bruyne run there. Do I get a foul? Lovely. Who's my best free kick taker in this team? Bompasta, you know. I'm actually going to try and see if I can just put this top bins there with that good power. 3 and a bit bars of power, I think it is. Oos! Oh, that is beautiful. That is a lovely, lovely free kick, isn't it? Lovely, lovely free kick. So, yeah, I think goalkeeper movement is in a place now where, you know, yes, you still want to use it for like those blatant finesses and kind of move them and the travellas to cover. But then like here in this scenario, like say if they got one-on-one here, I'm just going to try and cover the cutbacks. Like there, so you see that? I move them over. If that player went to the near post, I just don't think Schmeichel ever saves that anymore, which is good. I think goalkeeper movement is a little bit too strong. The area where I was interested in with power headers, let's try and stand up here. Solving. Okay. That is an interesting finish. The area where I was interested with the power headers was Van Dijk on corners. Van Dijk for me has like 140 goals in, I don't know, like 400 something games. You know, he's really, really good in the air. That, it again, doesn't seem a problem. It still seems like you can do that, which is good for me. Maybe not good for other people, but yeah, good for me. I'm trying to look for this ball bottom of the screen. Little L1 triangle. Beautiful. Gets there. Llorente. Difficult to get past. Really, really difficult to get past. Track back with De Jong here. Good ball, well scooped. You're there every day of the week, right? Woo! Oh! I'll put myself into pressure. Watch that through ball. Bottom of the screen. Does he cut inside on the finesse? No, he plays it actually. It's like there, I moved the goalkeeper up, then moved him back down, you know, to the bottom side. That was not as smooth as it was pre-patch though. Not as smooth. I think something that you might want to do for these crosses in this area is double tapping triangle to put the goalkeeper on the edge of the 6-yard box or in the middle of it, which can be good. We'll go back here, but like, even this, I was about to say, I find it so much easier to play out there, but I decided to just pass him the ball. But you know, all purpose of the video, right? Point remains the same, that there in those areas in the middle, when you initially win the ball back, it just doesn't feel as bad. Like, you know, with that automatic AI press. I mean, it's still there. You know, I'm not saying it's completely gone, but it's definitely not as like prominent as it once was. I'll send Salah on a run. Xerxes is at that back post. We'll go for that cross. Oh, good defending. I win that though, right? Kuhl on the power shot. The power shot plus, genuinely for me, is one of like the elite playstyles this year. De Jong has the Travella plus playstyle, and I keep talking about this on the stream all the time. I don't think his Travellas are great. I think his shooting stats are so poor. You let me know how you find them if you've done that De Jong card. So I really just can't get them going myself. Big tackle. Well done. Go for that through ball through the middle, I think. Yeah. Big touch out of his feet and drive. Oh, good defending from Hernandez. I'll take the foul. Yeah, thanks, ref. Thanks. We'll go short here. Is Giroud to drive? We'll take it. And again. Good passion. Good passion. Pull Bompasta back. I'm worried about Hansen. Hansen's obviously very good. The Trailblazer one that has a finesse, right? So she has a finesse, I think. Which makes her difficult. Get Bompasta back. Do the partial team press just to try and get the players to cover back a little bit more. Good feet. Like here, like look at this. You see how like De Jong didn't press there? Bellingham did, but De Jong didn't. I think on pre-patch, that's a position where you would notice the double press. You know, more players kind of coming through. We can drive here. A little fake shot stop just to take the time. We'll drive into the byline. Big touch. Try to drive into the byline to look for that back post cross again. Close though. All right, 4-2. Looking good. And like even here, so just look where the players are. I'm 71 depth, and I just don't feel like they're all in those sort of positions that they would have been. I'm hitting that. Oos! Oh. Sometimes you just have to take a dig, right? So this is the area where I don't think this is a problem for Van Dijk still. So I always call that man short, go into this position here, and then just L2, R2 to get the header on demand. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with it because I used like headers so much, right? But the wording was that they decreased accuracy. But at the end of the day, Van Dijk's got the ability to jump. He's got the ability to beat almost anyone in the air. And then as long as you're aiming correctly, because headers are manual, as long as they've got decent heading stats, I don't see how it's going to be a real significant nerf, which as I said, I'm not too fussed about, because it's my play style. I like big strikers. I like to, you know, use the headers. What is that? Someone like Xerxes, you know, maybe a different sort of story. Maybe. Get the ball? No. Okay, so midfielders are out of position here, so I'm just going to chill with De Jong for the time being. Beautiful. He can play that slip. Tried to play him offside. I don't think I did. Nah. I tried to step up there with the centre back and was just a little bit too late with it, unfortunately. All right. Drive down here. Look for some territory on the pitch. Use that pace and strength. And okay. And yeah, when you're looking to aim the headers, my advice, because it's manual head, basically a heading is the same as a power shot, right? It's manual, meaning you have to aim correctly. Move the goalkeeper here. Yeah, move the goalkeeper nice and early. My advice is always aim at the center of the goalkeeper, and you'll naturally have a slight sway either way. And then as you would get better at heading and you get, you know, more accuracy, like you start to understand them more, that's when you can start to be a little bit more precise with that. Megs. Sad for him. Kuhl can lay that out to the left-hand side. Don't have Xerxes in, but I have Giroud in. Knock it down. I'll take that, though. I win that, surely. I thought Kuhl had the angle there. Keep the pressure on. R1 circle. Oh, good feet. Good feet. We tackle again. There you are. Beautiful. I like the R1 circle tackles when people are driving at you with that controlled sprint. I think it's such a good way to try and stop them in their tracks. It's a strong power tackle. RBB on Xbox just gives you that ability to basically you commit to a heavier animation. So if you don't get a tackle right, you are caught out of position. But if you just get like a tug of the shirt, it knocks them off balance a bit more, and it makes things a bit easier for you to defend. You obviously have to like think where they're going though, right? Like even here, so look at like where Mbappe is. I think on pre-patch, this would be so much more congested here, right? Like I can still play football if I want to here. Like I have a lot more space in between. The players are just not congested as much. Yeah, I think it is like this is the first time I think on FC24 where I have noticed a actual difference with what's happened based off what they've said. You know, that's how I feel from the first few games. Obviously, it may change as you know as I play a bit more. Go for that back post cross. I knock it down here to Giroud. Oh. See, like manual heading, right? So that's where I've aimed. If you rewind that, you would see that I've aimed exactly where that ball has gone. And that's why I kind of like the manual heading element, because it's a lot easier to understand when you've missed. Oh, I changed to the wrong player there. I wanted to change to Van Dijk. I'm pretty happy for Aubameyang to look for that finesse, in all honesty. Going to bring Xerxes down to this wing. Take that. Yeah, unfortunately, Xerxes is not an elite crosser of the ball, is he? Good press, though. Can we look for a De Jong Travella? No, because I did the wrong skill move. Tried to do a ball roll. Ended up doing that. Watch that through ball. That's fine. Watch that through ball to Mbappe. He's onside. I'll use that partial team press just to try and keep Aubameyang covered. And bomb past her as well. Lovely. That's where that partial team press comes in. Excellent. Probably look for a long range ball here. Didn't get enough power on it. There's also on his left foot, so. Well, in bomb past her. I don't know. I feel like the game just feels a lot more open, you know? I mean, it's just probably the first time on FC24 where you don't feel like you have like a second to breathe and you can't like use the middle of the park, which, you know, everything's so much down the wings on FC24. You know, you're always so scared to like pass into the middle because it's just like, you know, there's a player there, there's a player, there's a player there. Right now, it doesn't necessarily feel like that. And I think it feels the same for the opponent as well, regardless of me being on 71 depth. It's a good ball. Takes that shot. Okay. Lovely. Lots of goals, though. I've conceded. So obviously, it takes a bit of time to kind of, you know, get used to. And your defense is not going to be as active in that press. So technically, it means that the opponent has more chance to build up as well. And kind of create opportunities from that. 1 minute at a time. Watch that runner. De Jong's not trapped back there. It's fine. And that is a GG. Okay, so as I said, it's still early doors when it comes to the new patch. You know, I'm not saying this is perfect or anything like that, but for a lot of people, I think the changes to the way that the press in the middle, the press out on the wings, not having that kind of automatic overload ball side, people are going to see as a positive. I'm not a massive fan of the amount of like nerfs to the attacking side of the game, and you know, not really touching the defensive side of the AI. But I don't think the finesse shot nerfs have been like that. I think you can still go for finesse shots, basically, is what I'm saying. I still think you can go for headers as well, which is good. Goalkeeper movement is the area where I am feeling a little bit kind of, you know, you have to be careful of. And then I think when it comes to 5 and 3 at the backs, I've not tested them, so I don't really play them. So, but I think you could probably still use them. You're just not going to have as much success, maybe. People always ask what tactics and what, you know, things should be running on this new patch. My advice is always stick with what you've been playing previous patch, get an understanding for how you think the game is playing and feeling, and then kind of change from there. All right. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.